A new cannabis-impaired driving campaign has kicked off ahead of legalization on October 17th.
Aimed at students and in collaboration with students, the campaign is meant to start on a dialogue on marijuana with a lighter approach to prevent anyone from driving while high. Drew Medvey joins us live from the South Lobby with more on that story.
Thanks, guys. The message came clear this week from the AMA and Students Association. Upon legalization, it is okay to smoke marijuana. That will be the law under certain conditions such as the person's environment as well as their person's age. So that part is clear. What is also clear is that if you are smoking, you simply cannot drive. And students are calling upon Alberta motorists to simply separate those two activities.
Every circumstance of impaired driving is entirely preventable.
The Alberta Motor Association joined forces with post-secondary students this week to clear the haze around cannabis use and driving. The campaign was launched at NAIT, using humorous imaging to encourage driving and smoking be done separately. According to studies from the AMA, only half of Canadians who have used cannabis believe it affects their driving ability. One myth of many, NAITSA President Naomi Pila and the AMA hope to correct with this campaign.
If you consume cannabis, you are not less intoxicated than if you consume alcohol. It is still impaired driving.
A 2017 study found 20% of Canadians 18 to 34 believe a high driver is better or the same behind the wheel. Opinion on the humorous approach is mixed around NAIT, with some staff and students agreeing a lighter, less serious approach will be more effective.
I think it works. It gets people's attention because it's humorous. If it was serious, I don't think some of the young people would bother reading it. You know, it's preaching to them.
I think maybe they won't take it as seriously if they find it funny, because it is a serious matter, right?
I think it's a good idea. It gets people's attention and keeps them, keeps it light, you know.
I don't really understand them, and like the smoking posters that have been there, and they haven't really had much effect.
AMA has also set up a website with quizzes and interactive games to help further educate on the dangers of driving while high. According to the AMA, 1.4 million Canadians have been in the passenger in a vehicle with a high driver, and the AMA and NAITSA are specifically hoping to reduce that statistic.
Drew, how have Alberta's impaired driving laws been changed to include cannabis-using drivers?
So there is a zero tolerance policy in place for cannabis. So if a driver is arrested or pulled over and they are under the influence of cannabis, they will instantly have a 90-day license suspension. They will have a 1-year interlock key ignition program they will be enrolled in, and they will also be subject to further criminal penalties.
Drew, what does the policy at NAIT and other schools concerning weed stipulate?
So in terms of NAIT, cannabis it falls under the umbrella of the non-smoking policies, so you will not be able to smoke cannabis on campus here at NAIT. In comparison, at the U of A, they will have specific smoking locations, but they will not be in residences, so they have yet to determine those. The University of Calgary, they are using city bylaws to promote their policy on that. And MacEwan currently has no policy in place, but they are considering putting smoking areas in either residences or different designated spots on campus.
Thanks, Drew. That's Drew Medvey reporting live from the South Lobby.